He descended into darkness alone for 140 feet underground. No clocks, no sunlight, no human contact, for 180 days. When he emerged, something terrifying had changed. Time itself. This is the true story of Michel Siffre, a scientist who locked himself in a pitch-black cave to uncover the mysteries of time, only to discover something far more disturbing. In this video, you'll learn how isolation twisted his mind, why he lost track of reality, and what his experiment reveals about the brain's hidden clock and its breaking point. It was 1972. Michel Siffre, a French geologist and chronobiologist, was fascinated by a question most people never think to ask. What happens to the human brain when it loses all sense of time? To find out, he proposed a radical experiment. Live alone, deep underground. No natural light. No timekeeping devices. No voices. No escape. Most scientists thought he was reckless, possibly suicidal. But to Siffre, this was the only way to truly understand the biology of time. So, he chose a cave in Del Rio, Texas, 440 feet beneath the Earth's surface. Pitch black, dead silent. He descended with only a sleeping bag, food supplies, and a voice recorder. At first, Siffre held himself together. He tried to keep a routine based on when he felt tired or hungry. But that didn't last. With no sunrises or clocks, days melted into each other. Minutes felt like hours. Hours vanished in a blink. By the second week, something changed. He began hearing things that weren't there. Whispers, footsteps, insects speaking. He was hallucinating. He became paranoid, convinced someone else was in the cave. He lost track of sentences, forgot basic words. His mind was unraveling. What Siffre didn't know was that a team of researchers monitored him from above. They communicated only when necessary, never telling him the time. They logged every time he said he was going to sleep or start a new day. By the second month, the results were shocking. When Siffre believed 24 hours had passed, nearly 48 had gone by. His brain had created a completely new rhythm. 36 hours awake, 12 hours asleep. That wasn't just unusual, it was groundbreaking. It proved humans have an internal clock independent of the sun. But there was a cost. Siffre's mind began to betray him. He forgot who he was talking to, sometimes mid-sentence. He swung between euphoria and crushing despair. He talked to a spider for hours. He later said the worst part wasn't the darkness. It was the silence. He'd shout into the void just to hear his own voice echo. Even the presence of an insect brought relief. And though he believed only 151 days had passed, it had been 180. That 29-day gap wasn't just miscalculation. It was time lost from his mind. When he emerged, he wasn't the same. The light blinded him. The surface world felt alien. He had lived through what he called an endless night. Doctors later discovered permanent memory loss, lingering psychological trauma, and a mind that took years to feel whole again. But despite the torment, Siffre did it again. He repeated the isolation experiments in 1999, this time for 73 days. Why? Because he believed the brain's relationship with time held secrets too powerful to ignore. Siffre's experiment revolutionized science. His findings helped shape sleep research, space travel preparation, studies on solitary confinement, and how isolation affects mental health. He showed that time isn't just a number on a clock, it's something the brain creates. And when the world around us disappears, so does our grip on time. To this day, Siffre's work haunts psychology, because it proves that the mind isn't built for true isolation. And perhaps, time, as we know it, might just be an illusion, crafted by a mind desperate not to be alone. Michel Siffre went searching for truth in the depths of the earth. He found it, but it came at a price. And it left us with one haunting question. If you were trapped in complete darkness, how long until your mind creates its own reality? Subscribe for more stories like this, and comment below. Would you last 180 days in total isolation?